Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to go over gold and silver daily technical analysis. I was just looking, I didn't really have time to look at the charts, but it's looking pretty good, especially platinum. Go platinum. That's where I put a big bet is on platinum, and I'm hoping that it outperforms silver, to be honest. So I may eventually exchange a little bit of platinum for silver when that ratio becomes a lot more favorable. Probably another couple of years is what I'm kind of thinking. But we'll do our daily technical analysis. We'll get in here. I'll give you my financial opinion. Let's dive in here. Give you my opinion. We've got the DXY here. This is the dollar. Dollar was basically flat today. Or no, I'm sorry, that's not the dollar. That's the dollar was lower today. Dollar lower. I was on the 10-year yield, guys. Dollar lower a little bit. So that's looking just sideways for the dollar. The 10-year yield was higher, just a teeny bit, basically flat. Looking at gold, gold was up 16.5 dollars today. Another strong day today. Hopefully we can close this week out above 1850. And if you want the extra cream on top, well, if we can close above 1870, that'd get us the creamer. Looking at silver, silver's up 1%. We're above this downtrend line. Downtrend line. We are using it as support, and we had a little bit of bounce today. Platinum looking a little bit more explosive. That's called a breakout. So we've had this sideways motion for a little while, and I said, hey, at some point it's going to break. I think platinum's going to outperform. Hopefully, this is the beginning of that outperformance. Up $34 today, up to 1060 is what I'm seeing, roughly. And it looks like this is a retest for then a move higher. This should have been an area that you guys were buying into and accumulating your platinum bullion. I like the bullion. The shares, we can see what there is to play. I'll look at some stuff today. Kind of do a special platinum edition because we've got this breakout, but platinum looks really good to move higher, guys. It looks really good. And even if we throw a downtrend line channel there, we broke that as well. So everything's broken to the upside. Looks like we could get a move out of it. And it doesn't mean that we're just going to go straight higher. Don't think straight higher. Think buy when it's cheap, cost average in, ride the trend higher. This is a multi-year bull market that's coming ahead of us. The XAU to gold ratio, the gold and silver mining companies are outperforming and have broken the downtrend line. We should be looking at the royalty companies and mining companies at this time to accumulate some shares. This is a long-term game. This is something that you just pepper. You win by getting singles every single day. By winning the war, is by winning each day. And if the war is many, many years, we are looking for little wins across the entire thing, which will end up being large wins in the future. Because when these things pop, they're going to go. And what we're doing is we're taking the statistical probability across a whole bunch of very high bets in a very undervalued sector. We buy them at key critical points where you can sprinkle money in, and then you hold on and wait for that to appreciate. You wait for that value to realize. And this is Karora Resources. It's sitting right on top of its. Was a resistance line, is now a support line. And that's where I like to buy. I like to buy when things break. It means that you're going to have a large imbalance coming soon where the buyers are going to steamroll the sellers here, in my opinion. EXK getting a little bit of buying pressure. I have the arrow going up because of all these bullish engulfings down here. Hopefully that momentum can continue. We've got SILJ breaking to the upside and closing above its resistance line. That one's looking good. Hopefully we can stay above here, close up there for a week or two, and then just continue higher. GDX getting a nice good bid. We are about to break out of this larger pattern. Bigger patterns mean bigger moves to the upside. Let's hope the momentum can continue us through this resistance line and further on up to the upside. Metallic minerals. Remember, these guys have monster patterns. They are big old patterns. When they break, they're going to run. What you do is you're not a little kid that runs after every squirrel that runs by you. You don't chase every rabbit. What we do is we find the value, we find the good companies, and then you slowly leak in shares and get your shares before the big move happens. This is what it feels like to be early. It's boring. You're at the party by yourself going, guys, who's going to show up here? You cost average in a little bit. You spread your money out amongst the best bets, and then you let it rip. Now, this is a silver exploration company, a little bit higher risk here. I wouldn't load to the gills on it. This is Koya Resources. This has a very long, let's see if we can tie this long-term trend line through here. I mean, this guy's got a long-term trend line break that we're breaking to the upside. What would I do here? I would sprinkle a little bit in Koya Resources, or Koya Silver, KUYAF. This is pretty cheap down here. And for a long-term silver pick, and I know silver may not be in favor for a little bit. It may just kind of meander sideways to slightly higher before we hit that big turbo looking chart where we get the big blow off. It's gonna build steam, I think. And that's what we're doing. We're picking up companies that people aren't talking about, that they're unloved, and you kind of just slowly accumulate some. And some of these are the high flyers that could potentially be good. They could be duds too. So the exploration companies carry a little more risk. Discovery Silver here, it's not looking too bad. AG as a producer, EXK and AG are my favorite silver producing companies. They've got some monster patterns. They're inside their pattern right now, and when they break these patterns, they're going to have a big run. I like them. I like them down here, guys. They look really good, and I would be entering the stock down in this region. Newmont, NEM, still getting a little bit of buying pressure, still looking good. We still have to break that monster pattern that we're in. Mag Silver is still moving pretty good. So that one's doing all right. It's going sideways. Yamana Gold looks really good here, guys. This thing's breaking out to the upside of its pattern. I suspect that the majority of these companies are going to start breaking to the upside. What am I going to do? I don't have to do anything. I bought all these shares already. I've been cost averaging in. I've been at this party, doing the shots all by myself, guys. So everyone's going to come join the party. Some people are strolling in. They're leaking into this party. They're starting to put their money in the gold and silver area. And hopefully you're there, guys. I really do hope the best for everyone on the channel. This is a long-term, decade-long play, most likely. At 5 to 10 years, kind of my guess, maybe even a little bit longer. Gold usually goes past the crash. And this is a good spot to be looking right now for all of these companies. Impact Silver, a little bit of an update today, but it finished a little bit lower. It's got a lot of resistance through there. Aftermath Silver is one that I picked up down here. I thought this thing was, I'll call it stupid cheap. This thing, it looks like it wants to go higher. It's had a nice, good pullback here. So hopefully we get that nice move higher with it. PLG, a little bit of an update today. I've got a bullish engulfing, which usually means it trends higher. Sandstorm Gold, which is a royalty company, I bought down here, guys. I sprinkled in all through I got a good amount of shares there, and we're moving higher. We're breaking this downtrend, so that one's looking good. Franco-Nevada is looking good. It's moving on up, and who would guess this with gold up, right? Who would guess this? No, everybody would guess that these are going to do well. I've got EMX moving higher. It is moving higher. Everything's looking good. Teuton Resources is moving higher. This is back above the support line, guys. If you bought down here, you got some really cheap shares. I think this is a super value play. When prices go up, all of their properties are going to, I think, will get developed eventually. Wheaton Precious Metals, moving on up. We're playing with the resistance line. We got a little wick at the top. It's got a little bit of resistance here, but guys, we are buying this in the pattern. All down here is super steel pricing for what I think is potentially coming. Gold Royalty moving sideways, not as strong as some of the other companies. MTA getting a little bit of a kick in the nuts. It's compared to what everything else has gone up, but I do think this will break to the upside eventually. Mavericks Metals moving on up, looking nice and strong. Royal Gold, this one broke its downtrend. It's been trending higher. You guys should already be in it. I said, hey, once it breaks, it's good to go. And then Osisko Gold Royalty is about to break its big, long pattern. This may take some time. Patience is required with all of this, and your patience will be rewarded massively. This is a big long-term pattern. This is a mega base to break and jump from. And I like buying those types of companies that have the big bases, the Karora Resource, the Cisco Gold Royalty, all these big ones that got these big bases. First Majestic Silver has a massive one. Hecla Mining has a massive one, HL. And you know what? I forgot to go back into for some of these other ones like ANGPY, which is a platinum company. This guy's been, it's above its resistance, its long-term resistance line. It's called Anglo-American Platinum. It's doing well today. It's up 2.33%. Impala Platinum, IMPUY is another one if you guys want to play that with the platinum train. That was up 3.83% for Impala Platinum. And then on the long term, it's got a decent chart look there. Then there's also ELRFF. That's Eastern Platinum. This guy's way down there. Hopefully, we can get some momentum building here. Eastern Platinum and PLG they've been struggling. But those are some companies there. There's Siboney Stillwater, SBSW. Siboney is a pretty good, solid company, up 5.78. Let's back out and look at the chart on Siboney. Yeah, Siboney's got a decent looking chart. Nice, good bullish engulfing pattern there on the monthlies. The dailies zoomed out, still looking quite good. These things have had pretty good runs, though. I don't know what it is, but I really like platinum, the physical metal. It's an easy way to store a lot of wealth. It's very dollar dense or value dense, however you want to say that. And it's by far the cheapest metal. So I loaded to the gills with it, guys. I did. I've got a lot of physical silver as well. And I swapped my palladium for platinum. I had a good amount of palladium too, and I swapped all of it to platinum. So hopefully platinum outperforms here. I swapped it in April of 2020. I think that's the date, March or April of 2020. It was way down, the ratio was way down, and I just said, you know what, I think this is the bottom, the capitulation bottom. And I swapped it. I just kind of took my... No one ever knows the bottom, guys. No one ever knows the top. No one ever knows the bottom. But what I do is if I feel like it's there and the charts look pretty close, I'm going to let it rip at a 0.3. It was like 0.32 or 0.3 something when I did it. So I got 3 ounces of platinum to 1 ounce of palladium. I think that's absolutely stupid cheap. We've never seen that in history. I got lucky that I held on to palladium as long as I did. That was a tough emotional toil there because you see it go up and then you see platinum so cheap and you just have to like keep riding the trend until you think you get this blow off bottom in it, which we got. I think we did. So platinum, gold, silver, it's looking a lot more solid. Let's hope the momentum can continue. And let's hope that these companies can outperform. So if you guys like the content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.